Well, that cut off when I put the chat on the screen. Hello, everyone. Let me get this super chat real quick because I want to make sure we warn everyone. Haven't seen it all super chat to avoid spoilers. We are going to be going in spoilers territory for sure. Thank you so much, by the way. But yes, we are going into spoilers territory. So if you don't want any spoilers, back away now. Yes, there is going to be lots to talk about. I'm so excited to finally be able to talk about this because I went into this series like not impressed, like not at all. But before we get to that, Bianca, how are you? Are you here, Bianca?
Please don't tell me that it's gone.
What?
Hold on.
You're totally fine. Hello, Robert. Hello, Weird Eurasian Boy. Hello, Raymond and Maratuni. Ian. Still love your channel was crying before. Oh, I'm so glad that it's better. Myself in comics has your oh, okay.
That's my Instagram, so I thought I'd share the same name as my Instagram.
Okay.
Surprise.
Okay. Datuna's Media, hello, and Black Phoenix. How many of your complaints still stand? Really good question, Robert. Thank you. There's gonna be well, very few. So, Bianca, how are you now? Is it all working out now?
I hope so. I'm connected and everything. I don't know what happened.
So, we've got to watch the whole thing. And you went into this a lot more optimistic than I did. Like, I was kind of surprised that now to be clear, this is the most requested series I've ever got to review on this channel in 3 years. Ever. So I went into this with high expectations, and the pacing for me was off, at least in the first 3 episodes. Now that does change. But I get, looking back, what they were going for. And this has, like, honestly, we're looking at year-end stuff, and I'm already working on videos for like top comics of the year and top DC comics of the year. So we're looking at, kind of putting, I don't know, I would say this is the best show of the year. Best show of the year, hands down. I can't even think of anything that actually would compete with it. What do you think, Bianca?
I think Scissor 7 is on the top of my list.
What is that? What
At
is
least for
that, an anime?
Netflix.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
Chinese anime.
Oh, I think we talked about that before.
Yeah, I remember. Who was it? I think it was Hominis that brought it up in a conversation.
Better than Revelations. Yeah, by far.
Well, for this one, it already has like a story and a lore from the video game, so they just went with that. But I did hear that some of the lore has been changed a little bit.
Yes.
Like Mel, she was never in the lore, so they added her in the series.
Well, I did go through a bunch of videos earlier this morning, like kind of trying to look up some of the lore, because now it's interesting, right? Like now it's something I want to learn about. But I also I kind of have theories after going with that. What's gonna happen? But Mel wasn't in the original game lore, but her brother was.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned he died, right?
Yes.
So I'm curious why they switched it, but I've said from the beginning, Mel's design is phenomenal. Probably
fantastic.
Besides JINX, like the best design in the entire series. It's so pretty.
I thought that that Asian guy named Finn, I liked his design too.
The Enforcer?
No, he's from the underground city. He was trying to convince Selvika to join
Slovakia.
force. Selvecchia, whatever her name is, and he wanted to
Oh,
join
he had the
forces with
gold
her.
chin.
Yeah, the gold
Yeah,
jaw.
that was pretty
I for
cool.
some reason found him more good looking than Jace, and I'm like, that never happens because I don't like your tattoos and all that stuff. But I for some reason find you more good looking, and I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that was weird because Jace was super good looking.
I think he's okay.
Jace was supposed to be, at least from what it seems like the chiseled Adonis, like Henry
Yeah,
Cavill type. And I do know that they changed him quite a bit from the lore too. Like
yeah.
he was more arrogant and kind of more selfish in the story, and then in this he really isn't at all. Like,
I actually heard the opposite. I heard that he was more friendly in the game.
oh really? That's
I need
so
somebody to
weird.
tell me the lore.
Yeah, if anyone knows, let us know. But um I still, Jinx is gonna be my favorite character. But I have to say, after that, I really like Victor.
Yes, I loved Victor. Wait, who's the one with the Tila haircut? There's
I'm
one.
assuming I'm assuming Vi.
Is her haircut the same?
Pretty damn close, yeah. And that's what gave me like the weird, like, oh my god, are we getting the typical feminist empowering story where all men are bad and da da da. And actually, it's funny because when I said that in our part 2, and by the time I was editing, I had already watched it, and I'm like, oh, this is so cringy. This is so cringy. Like, please, no. But like, I thought all the men were kind of bad, right? Like they were making
Mm-hmm.
them all out to be. Well, we have Jace, who I think is generally a really good character. But Silco, kind of by the end, I kind of love him.
He's fantastic, or he was fantastic.
Right. Um, I love, like, looking back at the series when you think about Silco. That moment in episode 3 where he met Powder, like, was kind of powerful in a way because, like, she just hugged him without any thought as to who he was. He had just blew up everything. Well, I mean, she did. But tried to kill, Vander and everything else. And she just put that love forth. And I think that is like, like, I know it's more paternal love, right? But like, it's there. It's not fake. There's nothing, he's
Yeah.
not using her. And like at the very end, oh my God, he's trying. There's that weird, like, there's a lot of duality in this show. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of duality. And I love that part where they're sitting at that table and we see Silco and he ends up getting shot and he's like, what does he say? He's like, don't cry,
He
you're
said he
perfect.
wasn't. Yeah, don't cry, you're perfect. I was never gonna give you away.
I was like, oh, God damn it, bring him back. Like, I really like him. He's a great character. Um, a little, evil, of course. But as far as like being paternal, because I initially thought there was like something going on with him and Jinx, like the way she was.
I did too in the beginning, and I was so confused. I'm like, oh wait, okay, that's. I thought it was just me, but apparently you had the same thought as well. What I did find interesting is that Jinx said that she knew that he was gonna try and kill her in episode 3, but she hugged him anyway.
And that is like, I don't know, it's kind of powerful in a way. Like, she was so fucking sad at that moment. And I still can't decide in that part if she is abandoned or not. Like, did Vi leave her? I mean, I know she was eventually taken, but she did walk away, so she kind of did abandon her.
Vi? Well, no, she was being taken by the police in episode 3. She was about to
Yeah,
run to Powder, but then the one of the police guys, his name escapes my brain. He like just took her and then
Marcus.
took her to jail. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Robert, thank you so much from what I understand, the League of Legends, much like Overwatch, people are more in love with the lore than they are the games themselves. Yeah, like I seen some of the gameplay. Not gonna lie, I wanted to play this game after it was over
I
until I
did not
looked at
see
the
any of the
gameplay.
gameplay.
Oh, it's like I from my understanding, you like have a group of people and then like one person punches and then they go back. And then the next person goes up and they do that. Like and they use cards. I don't know.
An
Maybe you
RPG?
guys. Yeah, I think so. Is that what it's called? RPG? Yeah.
That's very interesting. MMORPG.
I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't know. I love the lore, and I think Robert's right. Like the characters that they created around this kind of boring game, in my opinion, is much better. Like this is a game. Okay, think about the game, like the movies we've gotten for games before or
Mhm.
shows, and they're always like half-assed or not good at all. Like
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat being the exception to the rule because it's Mortal Kombat, and if you don't like it, I'm gonna ban you. No, I'm just kidding.
Which
Um,
Mortal Kombat?
all of them.
Too bad
I just
you won't be.
I love them all, and I really like the newest one too. I know a lot of people had some problems with it with the new character they introduced, but I like them all. But if you think about like Assassin's Creed or I know there's more bunch of Resident Evils. Actually, I really like Resident Evil too, but there is a lot. Rampage. Even I think no Jumanji wouldn't kind of qualify. That's a movie about a game, but there's a bunch of them. And this is the best one that I've ever seen come from. It's a MMO battle arena. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I heard of Dota too,
sure,
but
totally
I
did.
never knew the abbreviation, but now I know. Thanks, Robert.
But yeah, this is the best from a video game we've ever gotten. Like you don't need to like the game at all to really really like this. This is something in its own league almost. Like this is gonna set the standard going forward as to either Netflix adaptations or even you can even relate it back to comics because some of that animation was on point. Like I absolutely loved the fight between Echo and JINX.
Loved it.
The watch thing, like that was so cool and the music fit so perfectly. Um it was I don't how do you describe like very like Spider-Verse-y but better. And that's really weird. The okay, yeah, you're right, Dakotas. The animated movies are much better. I guess I should compare apples to apples when it comes to that. But I was thinking live action. Um it yeah, and then Battle for the Realms. But isn't that the second one, right? Battle for the Realms? I think so. Um it is I don't know. What do you think about the Echo character?
I loved the Echo character. I completely forgot about him, and I felt
How
bad.
what? He's such I like you know what though I did find out? He can mess with time.
Yes,
So that makes me wonder about that very last scene. You know which one
at
I'm talking about?
the last scene with when he's with Heimdall, or do you mean that
Oh,
fight
yes.
scene?
No, the last scene where she launches the rocket
Oh
and we
yeah, yeah,
see
yeah.
if he can mess with time, is that what that's going to be? Or there was also like if you slow it down a little bit, it looks like maybe Mel has some sort of spider sense.
Yeah, when her back was like glowing,
Yeah,
I was
like
like,
are
can she sense that? Too
yeah,
bad
it's
it
really
was too
weird.
far. Like, too bad it was too late. Like,
Yeah,
it's
because
about
it
to
had
hit the
already shattered the
window.
glass.
Oh my gosh.
Um, I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. And I do know there was another thing I learned this morning that the character of Vander actually becomes a werewolf.
I love werewolves.
Like, how is that gonna like? from the shimmer, I'm assuming, but like I'm not a werewolf person.
I love werewolves, so that makes me happy. Wait, how
I,
does he turn into a werewolf? He didn't
I
look
don't
werewolf like
know.
in the first part. He just looked bigger and uglier. Didn't look hairier,
No, but he's dead.
and he's dead.
Most of all, he's dead. Like that shimmer
Unless,
only heals, right? It doesn't bring people back.
yeah. Oh, that's right. That guy with the glasses, who we saw in the first 3 episodes, I believe. I didn't think totally forgot about him too.
Who? Which one?
Um, and when they show Vander and his bar, there's a guy with glasses who is trying to like make a deal or a trade with these two
Yeah.
sketchy people. Yeah, apparently he may have gone addicted to the shimmer, and so he's all like messed up now.
Well, in that scene too, he calls him a hound. I wonder if it was like foreshadowing.
Ah,
Yeah, and that's what I seen too. LV Rainey says there was a body hanging in single. How do you say that?
singed.
Singed. Sorry, laboratory in the final scene, which might be Vander, but
That's
because it was like a claw, right? If I remember correctly,
yeah,
like
something like that.
so. Does he have his body?
I wouldn't be surprised. He like that guy likes to experiment.
Yeah, I mean, and he always says the mutation must live on. He would be the one to do it. Robert said, the fact that this whole thing is pretty much a villain origin story. Jinx is the villain. It reminds us that villains can have more interesting backgrounds than heroes. I actually, when I thought it was very tropey at first. I thought it very much so reminded me when I wasn't sure if there were a relationship of Harley Quinn and Joker. Like it gives that vibes, but there's way more love in that relationship than there ever was from Joker, from Silco. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought I've heard Castlevania. I've heard that's pretty good. Wasn't that written by? I'm pretty sure that was written by Warren Ellis. Um,
Yeah.
the last season is mess so far. Oh, that's you.
That's me.
Oops. Um, but like, yeah, I thought it was very reminiscent of a Harley Joker thing. But honestly, as much as I love Harley and I love me some Harley, Jinx is Jinx sells crazy a little bit better because Harley's much more intelligent.
So do you think it's much more like a punchline?
Yes. Well, yeah, that's actually a better comparison. I'm
Yes.
trying
Amory's right.
because Harley's very intelligent. And if you look at Harley, she goes back and forth, right? She can be
Yeah.
totally random and weird and quirky, and then she also knows, how to manipulate people through psychology and stuff like that. Whereas Punchline, we don't know as much about. So I guess that would be more fitting. But it also does feel like I don't know. I just think Jinx sells crazy so well. You know what I mean? Are
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
there?
I'm reading. Sorry, I'm reading Samuel's comment.
Oh, you're totally fine. Jinx is more PTSD than Harley being crazy. Yes. And I also think Jinx suffers from some serious trust and attachment issues. Like the moment that her parents died on that bridge was a lot more traumatic than led on in the first act. And then we see the death of her friend's group and Vander, and then her sister leaves, and that was it. Like that was the crack that broke everything.
What's
Dang,
this
and
Bumblebee movie everybody keeps talking about? I have no
I
idea what it is.
I have no clue. Is it a new movie or something? Oh, that's a really good way to put it, Bryant. Jinx doesn't have a solid grasp of reality. Joker and Harley have twisted morals. That's kind of perfect because Jinx is yeah, can I get it to hide? There we go.
I wouldn't say Harley has twisted morals, though. There are times when she realizes when something is bad. I mean, she still has a family, like her brothers, that she still like cares about.
Harley, are you talking about now Harley or 20 years ago Harley?
I don't know, 2000s Harley, comic Harley.
I would say Harley suffered from Stockholm syndrome. And and a lot of that led a lot of her messed up morals, like specifically like when she was introduced in the comics, I think was in No Man's Land, right? I'm pretty sure. Um and they had all those babies locked up in the basement and they were gonna like blow up the babies, right? Um and I think a lot of it, I think then she probably had more fucked up moral compass. Whereas now they're really trying to make her a villain. Like they are a hero. They are trying hard to make her a hero in her own weird way. No Man's Land was the arc. Thank you, Samuel. Um, and I love both Harleys. I just love Harley. Come on, let's be real here.
Yep.
But Jinx, Jinx has no concept of what is real and what is not. And I think that's those I love the cinematography. I don't know, is it cinematography when it's in animation?
Sure, they still call it cinematography.
Okay. I love when you see like the ghoul on their back. Like the two that died, I can't remember their name. I know you know them.
Milo and Clagor.
Yes. I absolutely love when you see that. It looks so guys. What the heck? Um it looks so freaking good. And it gives us the sense that she is so torn between like her reality and actual reality. And even in that last scene, she has them like as dolls. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's actually a good.
Oh, okay. I was Bumblebee's the Transformers movie. Okay, the one I didn't see.
Yep.
I kept thinking about DC Bumblebee.
But there is a. Oh yeah, you're talking about like Teen Titans Bumblebee.
Yeah, yeah.
To be fair, Harley wasn't. No, definitely.
No, I'm reading her novels, so yeah, she's been pretty messed up since a young age, since she was almost sold to pedophiles.
Which one are you reading?
Um, Mad Love
So
by
good.
uh Paul Dini, but I got like the novel version, so like there's a lot of cursing and stuff in there.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sad.
I think they did retcon though that
They did?
that sleeping to get ahead. Yeah, I think all of that's been retcon, but it's still awesome. Like I'm trying to think of what her last. They may have retconned quite a bit of her family. Does she still have her siblings? I don't know.
Oh, that's right. I heard they may have retconned her siblings.
I think they retconned a lot of that. I know they don't want to make it so she slept to get ahead. They don't want to make it so um and I
They
guess it
want her
just
to use
Mad Love
her.
is not canon. Okay, so yeah,
Well, it started with the Batman animated series, and then it was in comic book form, and then it was the novel form, wasn't it?
right. Yeah. Um Mad Love is as much canon, I think, as like Harleen is. And there's still like, if I were to say two books that Harley fans should read, those would be it. Like, I don't know, Steven Stajek is have you ever seen his book, Harleen?
No, not yet. I have to get it.
Oh my god, it's probably the best Harley book you'll ever read. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's better than Mad Love. It is a Black Label book, and it's 3 issues, and it's one of those oversized books. It's so pretty. He's one of my favorite artists. Which is better, ride on your Harley or rev up your Harley? Which is dirtier? Oh, ride on your Harley for both of those answers. Didn't they change that though? Like, I think they change shit all the time, so I never know. but I'm sure it's the internet. The clip exists. Let's be real. Um, but as far as what did you think of the Vi and Caitlyn stuff?
Eh, I don't really care about it.
Oh, I thought they were cute. I love how she calls them cupcake. Calls her cupcake. It's so cute. Um, when I keep going back to that scene because it's so perfect. But when they were sitting at that dinner table, were you freaking out when she put that tray on there?
No, I knew she wasn't gonna do it.
What? I thought for sure that was Caitlyn's head. I thought for
No,
sure it was.
I had a suspicion, but then I'm like, wait, she's a major character. They're not gonna do that, so she's gonna probably psych her out.
See, I didn't know. I didn't look into any of the lore until after I finished it because I wanted to like.
I didn't know anything about the lore too, and I did the same. Like, but I can tell that Caitlyn's like a big character that they're not gonna kill her.
That's true. That's very true. I just like. I was like, are they going full like murderous crazy? Because if they would have done that, a lot of people she wouldn't have been as redeemable. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's a nerdotic? What Nero? Why do we? I'm so confused. Um, but I don't know. I think they're good together. I don't. Is that? Do you have any idea if that's canon? If that's in the game?
Which one?
Caitlyn and Vi.
That I'm not sure. I couldn't find anything on it. Oh, so Mad Love came out first and then was adapted into the episode, Batman animated series episode. Everybody kept telling me it was the opposite. That she
I think
first
it's the opposite.
well, I know she first appeared in the episode as Harleen, whatever. So I'm like, I don't know if they were adapting the comic while the series was going on. That I don't know for sure.
Is that the little girl with blue hair? Yes, that's JINX. Um,
Or
and I love.
Caitlyn, she has similar hair
Oh
color.
yeah, she does have dark blue hair. But I like the progress between those because like clearly at the beginning they didn't like each other, right? Like Violet was, kind of cold on her, and Caitlyn was kind of lukewarm. And then by the end, I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's queer baiting or if it's a strong friendship, but from like everything you look online, like from the beginning when I was looking for pictures of this, I just got so much gay fan art. Like,
Of course.
I
Because
was
apparently this
shocked
was a huge discussion.
if they're
So
friends or if they're lovers.
so yeah, Deno oh my gosh, the note has. It's implied they had a romantic relationship, but it was never confirmed. That's so funny
Okay.
because
Did she just glitch?
oh,
That was like, I've never seen that happen before.
I
Okay.
myself was glitching. I had a glitch. Like my face had a glitch for a moment.
Samuel, Vi and Caitlyn's interaction showing how there's a chance of romance without it being forced. No, it doesn't feel forced at all. I
I feel like
actually
it
am
was too
kind of,
fast though, because all the episodes are in threes.
I don't know.
But then somebody was saying, I think it was KG made. Um, they said that it's pretty hard to tell how much time has moved
Yeah.
on with the 3 episodes, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, you're right.
Plus, there was a lot of like things that would draw one to the other. Like, Caitlyn really was very like, uppity and kind of uh introverted, whereas we saw Vi kind of bring that, knock down those walls and bring that shell out, from herself. And then we see like Violet being open, she's been in jail this whole time and she's finally being open to someone. I really thought that scene on the bed was really, really well done. Like just the simplistic part of it, like just kind of for the first time they like what's the word I'm looking for, they really like indulge each other's feelings and how what they're going through. I thought it was great. I thought it was a really well done relation, whatever it is. Whatever kind of relation. I think I root for him. I think it's cute.
I'm
In the
fine with
game,
it.
they are
I'm whatever.
okay. So in the game, they are a law enforcement team known as the Piltover's finest. So I wonder, like I said, it's kind of weird, queer baity, but then again, we'll kind of have to wait for season 2, which has been confirmed.
Woo!
I know. I'm shocked at how good this is. Like I really am shocked at how good this show was. Like there was a bunch of weird fan art of Echo and Jinx too. So I wonder if they have more interaction in the game.
I mean, you're gonna ship who you want to ship,
That's true.
honestly.
That's very true. I really like I don't quite understand. So how did Echo have that whole like utopia going? How was he able to build that? Does it ever explain it?
In the series, no. But
I
he
didn't think
talked
so.
about it, like, after what happened, blah, blah, blah. Like, the first part, the first 3 episodes, we did blah, 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 and then I'm like, okay.
I accidentally had my mic muted. There are 3 comic book series based. I might have to check them out. I
Indigo, that's what her hair color is. It's just like a dark, dark blue, almost purple.
which infamy or death hates everything. The show looks terrible. It is fantastic. Like
It
the
looks
only thing
terrible? What? The
I
animation is
wasn't
just really
impressed with the
good.
first trailer at all.
I don't know what trailer my cousin showed me, but he showed me a trailer and I'm like, okay, cool, sister stuff. I love sister stuff.
See, that's the final trailer. Infamy is your mumbles. That's right. Uh, I wasn't impressed with the first trailer. I seen the final trailer, and I finally was like, okay. Clearly, a lot of people are liking this because I don't get requests that often, and I got a bunch, and I'm like, what is so great about this damn show? Like, I don't care anything about League of Legends, and I'm shocked Tristan and Critical Drinker agreed on something, right?
Well, it's a good
But it doesn't.
show, you
Yeah,
know.
and I'm pretty sure that guy just hates everything, anyways. But
Get away now. Oh, God.
yeah, I actually have only watched like 2 of his videos. I just know they always are like titled "I hate this" or "I don't
I
like
used to
this" or
watch a
"Why this."
lot of his videos. I do like for a lot of them, I don't know. Listen, when people like say big words and stuff, I'm like, yes, okay, cool, cool. I'm learning something here, you know?
All right, note to self: make sure I say bigger words in my dictionary. People find it endearing. I'm watching Demon Slayer anime, so I don't hate everything.
I gotta watch season 2.
You don't. You don't.
I don't?
I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about Demon Slayer. I have heard it's good though. Isn't that like
It is a series for boys, teenage boys, created by a woman.
remix?
Must support women.
I thought it looked, even as a lot of anime is, depending on what it is it seems. I'm gonna offend somebody no matter what I say, so I'm just gonna say it. It seems a lot of them are aimed at younger generation, and that one seemed really young to me. And I was like, I don't
Oh,
know
definitely
why.
not. I will say that it was when I watched the first season, I'm like, yo, this is pretty like chill. And so I said to my 8-year-old cousin, I'm like, listen, this is the one of the animes that's for boys that isn't weird as crap. So you're allowed to watch it at this age. You know, you would always have like the big breasted women, you will have like stares, you'll have the pervert scenes, you'll have the groping. This had none of that. And I'm like, watch it, so good. But like honestly, to me, first season, boring.
Oh,
Took
really?
me a really long time to get used to this series. I'm just like, everybody's saying it's good, and I'm bored as crap. Michael Jackson is a villain. Let's see how this goes. And then I
Isn't
watched
the
the
girl's name like
movie.
NyQuil or something?
No, Nezuko.
Ooh, I kind of like that name now.
She's amazing. Sibling dynamic. Love sibling dynamics. The movie was when I was finally interested, and I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just gonna watch season 2, and let's see if I like it just as much as the movie.
I mean, I get that. That's kind of how I was with this. I was like well over halfway through this series before I really liked it. So yeah, I get it. Like you want to like something. Robert, thank you so much. I still don't stand by you. We might disagree on something. The reason this show is getting praised in part because it came out of nowhere, no chance at building pre-built by hatred. Okay. I don't know that the show came out of nowhere. It could have just came out of nowhere, like in the comic book fandom or in, that sort of fandom. It may have had a buildup that we don't know about in the League of Legends fandom. But the reason this show is getting praise is because it's phenomenal. Like, in part, yes, you're right, in part. And I do think there wasn't any pre-built hatred into this because a lot of people in this sort of fandom didn't know about it. But yeah, but I do think it's getting rightfully praised. I think that we see a lot of really good growth. We see character like that I offended like 6 people over. I'm like, she's kind of Mary Sue-ish, and she's not. Now that I've seen the whole thing, talking about Vi, like her entire childhood, she's basically training. Like if she's not training, she's hanging out with her sister or fighting with her friends. She is working her ass off all the time. She's getting her ass beat. Everything is perfect. Um, Everything is not perfect. I mean, we see that growth, and then she's thrown in jail, and it's even worse there. So like there is a lot of really good elements to this, and honestly, I'm gonna say it right now, and I know a lot of people won't agree with me, but this
Ooh.
show, by definition, is woke as fuck. Like by definition, it is woke as fuck. It's got clear female, very strong females, rightfully so. But a lot of what we're seeing, and I don't know if it's different in the lore, maybe I'm misinterpreting it, but a lot of what we see is a mistake, is an allegory on, or a commentary on capitalism, on the ones left behind, the ones that don't get the same treatment as people, of class warfare, of who capitalism leaves behind, and we do have great people at the top, like Jace, that are trying to help everybody, but they only want to help their subset of elites. They don't even want to think about the other people. They want to pretend like they do, and that's pretty typical, right? So a lot of it is on strong females is not woke. I understand that. I just went a whole rant of why she was. I'm saying the show is it's about capital. Like from a huge standpoint, this is about capitalism and who is left behind in these, they call it the lanes. It's urban areas, basically, is what it is. And what happens with the drugs and all of this, it is, in that standpoint, it is. People may not see it. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong, but I definitely think it is. It's about class warfare. It's about who gets left behind. It's about these urban areas basically policing their own because nobody gives a shit in the government, right? Jace is a capitalist. Yes, and he's a great character. Great
I mean,
character.
I knew that Vi was most likely going to be lesbian just from the haircut. That I know for sure. Tila had the same haircut, but she was not a lesbian. Look at that. They're observing expectations.
That's right. Yeah, I kind of got that. If you look at the animation style in the beginning, like when they're kids,
Yeah.
even like they do a good job of, even like Vi is not super tiny. Like her upper torso and everything, she's still muscular. Like when she gets older, she's got, the Tila arms and stuff like that. But they actually lead up to that in the beginning, right? She's not teeny tiny. She works for it. Yeah, that's why I'm not watching it. Now no, you have to. Um, I can instantly sniff out woke. That's the problem. Is storytelling is supposed to teach you, supposed to have a moral behind it. Storytelling is supposed to make you think, and this show will make you think. Like I thought about JINX for entirely too long. Like in between 2 and 3, I'm like, what is she gonna do? What's gonna happen? I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. I watched it before you.
Yeah.
Jace is obsessed with magic because he saw the beauty of it when he was yes, exactly. He saw that. And who is that? Like, did we ever get a end to that? You know, when Jace was a child and him and his mom were out in the cold and he got saved. That
Yeah.
person that saved him, did that ever come back around?
No.
See, that's Pilt over is the Ivy Tower, and Zon is the place where the trash lives. You know, it's weird until I was going back through it. They didn't put too much emphasis. They did a couple times. But I was like, what is Zon? Like it took me a couple I don't know, maybe I'm just dumb. Like I didn't realize that's what they were calling the underworld. I thought it was just the lanes.
I remember the episode saying that Silco wanted to call the underground zone because he wanted to be independent. So I guess that's the unofficial name,
That
but
makes sense.
it wasn't recognized by like the higher ups of in the council.
Robert, thank you. I swear I'm not no, I know. I'm not trying to downplay how well written and how well made this series is. I'm just saying that if the usual crowd found out they built for sure. I have no doubts about that at all. But I think this was so far removed from any sort of like comic book or, Marvel, DC, anime, manga fandom. Nobody knew it was coming out. Like even regular gamers. I don't know. Was there a lot of advertising? Did you see any sort of advertisement for this?
No.
I wonder why. I wonder if they wanted like the word of mouth. But you would think like that could backfire at the same time. Like I'm not sure I ever heard the show being woke. Where the problem wasn't just bad writing rather than inclusion of certain themes or characters. Where the problem was yeah, I think I understand what you're saying.
Really? Dang, I have to reread this 5 times. Hold on.
I know I'm not sure I've ever heard a complaint about a show being woke. Whoa, I have. Okay, I get it now. Where the problem wasn't just bad writing. Yeah, I've heard plenty of times stuff being called woke when it wasn't, when it was just because of a race bend or I mean, look at Master of the Universe. That was good writing too. It wasn't good as this. Say that.
Okay, hey, that's not cool, man. Don't
Yeah,
put that here. I don't care if it's true or not. That's not cool. Because I know, like, during Endgame, everybody was like, oh my gosh, Hulk dies. And, that person got beat up when they went
I
outside
don't
the movie theater. Oh.
I don't know why they would do that. I don't know if it's real. So sorry, guys. No spoilers for this is spoilers for Arcane, not for Spider-Man No Way Home. Masters of the Universe did not have good writing. I
The
completely
writing
disagree.
the writing was okay.
I don't think it was great.
The part 1 was actually in writing was better than part 2, but I did enjoy part 2 more just because I just like the whole action and dynamics and it just made
Right.
me happy. But overall, it's an okay written series.
It's nowhere near as good as this. I'll say that. But I completely opposite of you, Bianca, because part 1 kind of felt like it dragged on a little bit more. But part 2 was like there was oh shit
Faster
moments in
pace.
every episode.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
that?
that's why I think part 1 was a little bit better in writing because it was a much
Oh,
slower
I thought you said
pace.
part 1 was. I'm sorry.
Wait, part 1 was. I think part 1 had a much slower pace, so I found the writing a little bit better. That's what I meant.
Ah, okay. No, I don't think Master of the Universe was bad writing at all. Um, I
Oh,
don't think it
congrats,
was.
Robert.
Oh, that's awesome. Um, I think it wasn't perfect. But I know it's
Definitely not.
yeah, but it was very entertaining, and I would say part two was pretty fucking pretty fucking good. Um, there was a lot of weird plot holes, like Orko, Orko,
I
give me
love
your hand.
Orko
You're not
so
going
freaking
now.
much.
Like,
The rest of the
that one
demons could have
works.
just done that, like grab
I
onto a
know.
tree or something.
And the Tila stuff that was way too sped up.
Yeah, definitely. I personally wasn't a huge fan of Master of the Universe, but I have friends who like the show. My dad liked the show.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm actually planning to make a review with my dad.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I was talking to him and I'm like, "Well, you watch the 80s. You love the 80s, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I love the 80s." And I'm like, "Oh, well, we can talk about it. Do you want to talk about it?" He's like, "Yeah, I would love to talk about it." And then he was telling me stuff from the 80s and I was like, "You're lying. You're lying." And he's like, "Adam, in the 80s version, oh my gosh." And I'm like, "What, was he annoying?" He was like, "No, he was so stupid." And I'm like, "He was stupid." He's like, "He was so dumb." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I need to review you, Dad. I need to
Oh
review."
my god.
He's like, "Adam always runs away." And I'm like, I need you. It's gonna be fun. So he just needs a mic since he wants to make a whole studio in his house.
Oh, that's so freaking cute. I love it. It's so wholesome and sweet. I can't wait to hear it. I'm curious to see like I'm so nosy. I'm like curious to see like how you guys interact and oh, that's going to be awesome. Make sure you guys are subscribed to Bianca. Robert, can you put it in the chat so I can pin it? or would it Justice or Black Phoenix? Anybody? Um but that is so freaking cute. I'm not sure where that person went. I do I mean, I don't want to touch on that stuff too much, but like there are a lot of things that are called woke for the sake of being called woke. And they're actually really good shows. Like
In the
there's
Heights, people were calling it woke trash, and
yeah.
everybody had to tell them like it's based on a musical that already exists. What part of it is woke? Literally, the entire movie is that I'm a minority. I want to
Mhm.
work. I want to accomplish my dream. How the heck is that woke at all? Like,
Because
please
you
tell
said the word
me.
minority. That's it.
I got so angry because I would see like people randomly going to like In the Heights interviews, news, and the music, and be like, "I'm glad this failed. This was woke trash." And I'm like, "Dude, you didn't even watch the movie. Get the heck out of here."
They're doing that right now to West Side Story.
What? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, no. That it's based on a musical too,
Yep.
or a book or something. I don't know.
Music. Oh, really? Oh, I haven't seen the new one yet.
I
But
didn't
I
even
love
know
West
about the
Side
old one.
Story. I love music anyway. Oh my
My
god, they
cousin
have like
is actually super hyped for it.
shattering
She's like, "Oh my
singing.
gosh, it's
Yeah.
made by Steven Spielberg. It's gonna be so good." And I'm like, "So what is it?" And I'm like, "But first of all, like, is the boy supposed to be white?" And she's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Okay, cool, cool, cool." And so it's apparently like a Romeo Juliet thing, but like modern times. And I'm like, "Okay, as long as it's not like the Leonardo DiCaprio one, it should be fine."
Oh, I remember that one when I was younger. And I was like
So freaking
really young.
cringy.
I know, but I was really young. I thought it was so freaking cute. Like I'm like, "Oh my god, Leonardo DiCaprio, he's so cute."
It was so
Oh god.
I watched it at school and I watched it at my cousin's house and I'm like, "What the crap is that guy wearing a dress and a wig?" And then I'm hearing them like wear like modern clothes, but they're talking in older times and I'm like, "No, don't do that." And
Just
then
so you
the
guys know, what this bot or person or whatever is saying is not true. I actually know that to be false. So don't worry, they are giving fake spoilers. Yeah, that Well,
Yeah, Aunt May
part of it.
dies. Just
Well,
kidding.
anyways, um, just saying, I timed them out, but you're such girls. That's the only way to be. Duh.
It's so
Yo,
weird. I've
violent.
never been told that in my life.
Really?
Yeah. I've always was like a more of a tomboy. I
West Side
hated
Story
pink.
is Romeo and Juliet. I know, but it's so freaking good. I love music. Like I know a lot of people don't like it, but I love Rent. Like Rent is my probably my favorite movie ever. And then
Samuel
and
just
then
told me about Rent, but I don't know
you
anything
have to
about
watch
it.
it. It's amazing. You will be addicted and you will put it on while you're doing dishes just to dance around and have music.
Oh, that's what I'm doing with the In the Heights at the moment. It's teaching me some Spanish.
Oh, there you go. And then another one that's really good is Phantom of the Opera. I don't know. Oh, so good.
I still have to see that one too.
Girl, you're watching all these anime. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm really behind on my animes though. I'm behind on the Japanese ones, I'm behind on the Chinese ones, I'm behind on all of them.
Take Me Out Tonight. Oh my god. Yes. Actually, that's Rosario Dawson. I love okay, we're
Oh,
talking
Rosario
about
Dawson too?
Arcane.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
The soundtrack is great. Soundtrack for what? I missed that part. I haven't seen the new West Side Story, but I enjoy I do too. I like the what's it called? The pattering singing, where they oh my god. I don't know how they do it, but it's so cool to listen to. What? 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 How
I don't know who John Legend is. I'm sorry.
he sings all of me loves all of you. That one. His wife is Chrissy Teigen. Oh my god. What is going on with the bots today? Holy crap. Okay, just ignore him. Arcane is a musical too. No, it is not. Are you crazy?
Well, Imagine Dragons is doing the song.
Oh
It's
my god,
gotta
I
be a
cringed so hard.
musical.
I cringed so hard.
I looked
I
at
was
the
like, no.
animation music video of it today, and I'm like, oh, look, some stuff, like some different stuff, animation scenes or whatever.
Did you watch the Get Jinx one?
The Gajinx one?
Yeah.
What's the Gajinx?
Get Get Jinx.
Get Jinx? No, send it to me though.
I will. It's so good. I it's like different animation kind of. Um but it's still really good. Like, and when I was looking up pictures of Jinx, eh, did you I don't know if you guys seen it from the game or not, but did she had like one with pink hair, like an outfit? Like she's my new favorite thing right now. Just because she's so cute. Her hair, her everything is so adorable. That design. Sting and da, 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 da. The Get Jinx musical was actually done by the Sam Animation Studio that animated Arcane, though I personally wanted to guess considering yeah, the style is completely different, but it's good. It's really good. I'll send it to you after this. You'll like it. Um, another thing I wanted to say is Victor. We started to talk about Victor and then I got off track. Victor was such a good I love how they show him when he's a kid, right? And they show like his it's kind of a weird like I don't know if it's foreshadowing or what, but they have him with that little boat in the water.
Yeah.
And he made that and it's very mobile and he's not very mobile. I wonder if it's kind of foreshadowing to what he wants to make himself. Like I didn't understand
I
where
already
he ended
spoiled
up.
myself, so I already know, I guess.
What's that?
I already spoiled myself, so I already know.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Victor, right?
You already spoiled your Oh, you mean with what he's gonna become?
Yeah.
But is it like a robot?
I want to say no. I want to wait, what am I thinking of? in the I don't remember what episode it was, but when Vi and Jace went underground and started like punching people and stuff and accidentally killed a kid, um they that kid who died before he died, he pressed a button and released some people that had shimmer, but they were in a suit.
Were
And
those all kids?
I want to say a majority of them were kids
Okay,
because I could have sworn I saw some like adults.
I wondered. But so what happens then?
Uh, since Singed most likely was the one who made the suits, that he
Hmm?
might make one for Victor as well.
I wondered because there's like Singed works with Silco, but
Yes.
also has a connection to Victor. So is that going to be like a? I wonder if they're going to do like a team up or something of the sorts, or if there's maybe something down the line in the game that they have a team up, or I don't know. But clearly they have that middleman like Singed um as a connecting piece. He turns into Doctor Doom. That's what
Yeah.
nice. Are you getting bots on your channel too?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I wondered what was. I don't know why. I apologize, guys. So hopefully it's not any. I don't know. Hopefully it's not anything that's real. But I think we're good now. I don't. What in somebody's life is so boring that they go around to random live streams and start putting spoilers or non-spoilers or fake spoiler? Like,
Because it's fun to see people's reaction, have them get frustrated and angry.
is it?
I'm
Why
I'm
is that
cynical that way
fun?
sometimes.
That's funny. I I kind of think it's a little pointless. I mean, I get what you mean, but that's kind of a little pointless in my opinion.
Not to them, it's their energy, it's their life source.
Ooh, that's a good point. The show is not a hero's journey; it's a fucking Shakespearean tragedy.
I do
Um,
agree.
yeah, in the best way
Sky!
possible.
No! Sky didn't deserve this.
What?
Sky was the person that was killed during Victor's experimentation with the block, with the cube, not the
Oh
block.
my god, I felt so bad. Like
That's
she
in the
was
chat for
clearly digging
Sky.
him.
Yeah, I was like, yo, you could have gotten laid, but you missed your chance and you killed her.
Like he was really sad too. Like I don't know if it was just because he killed a person or he had feelings for her, but like, dude, how can you kill the like? Uh,
She thought he was in trouble and wanted to help. That ended up killing her in the process.
I know, but oh my god, that was tragic. There was a lot of tragedy in this, and there was a lot of like fucked up moments. Like the fact that you can use like when it comes to using different tropes in writing. Like if you use violence on children, which is what we saw in that third episode, and then you actually make one of the children perpetrate that violence. I
I
just
was
was
right. Sky did become his life force. I was thinking that I'm like, wait, is her like life force, like her life being drained out, is that going to him? And I'm like, yo, that'd be kind of cool if that did happen. And so that's how we know the cube works in some way because it had some sort of reaction with his blood. And I was right. I'm so happy I was right, but I'm sad because I liked that character.
what do you mean like life force?
You her life was wasted and transferred to Victor.
Right.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, her life force was used
I
for
thought maybe it was
Victor.
like some like League of Legends magic shit that I didn't know about.
Yeah, like I was thinking like maybe her life was used to be in Victor's body or whatever. But I couldn't tell if that's what was happening or if she just died. She will probably
Perhaps.
if she does, that'd be great. But she'd probably be like a zombie.
Yeah. Or a spirit of some sort. How much of a gut punch? Oh my god. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Hello, Hominus. Um, yeah, that was kind of like like I said, I went into this thinking it was something like sexual, right? Like he was grooming her. And because I had no idea. And by the end I was like, this guy has truly really never loved anything in his life. He's been stomped on and fucked over and he ended up being um a a villain essentially, but manipulating the masses and everything else, but he's never loved anything. He wasn't going to give her up. He loved her more than life itself. Like even that moment, where Jace and him are talking about like the deal they're going to make.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, I need Jinx." Jace was. And he's like, "Why? It wasn't her." I'm like, this guy is willing to give up everything he's ever dreamed of. And then he looks at her and says, "Don't cry, you're perfect." I'm like, oh, fucking straight to the heart.
He was also
Straight.
talking to Vander's statue, saying like, "I now understand how you felt with like paternal wise."
Oh, when she was standing behind it, well, that was Vander.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
his statue. I did not realize that when he like puts out a little drink.
Yes. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Robert, when? Because like I work in retail, so we're gonna be working a lot because of Christmas week. So it's hell for me right now.
Oh my god, I can't imagine. Yeah, we can figure something out. Um, yeah, I just like he was trying to figure out I mean, obviously we knew he wasn't gonna give her up, but like that was so amazing, that part. To add to the tragedy, the hex crystals are made of living oh my god.
I knew it. Maybe, I don't know.
So is that why they didn't like he had a hard time with it? Like I didn't understand. He kept trying to open it up or, solve the puzzle. But it didn't work until it touched his blood.
Yeah.
So,
Sacrifice, sacrifice.
but didn't he have like the metal arm then, anyways?
He has a middle arm?
Pretty
You mean
sure.
the leg?
I thought he got it. I thought, let me look it up. Maybe I'm misthinking. I thought he had both by the time she was taken. Like her life was taken. She's such a cool. I know the whole. Oh, now I see. Oh, he's totally Doctor Doom. Okay. I had to Google it.
For Violet Evergarden. Like I felt my sister and I felt so weird when the major said I love you. We were like, wait, what does he mean by I love you? What the heck is this? But I'm now thinking like, oh, it was probably like maybe possibly paternal. My sister and I thought it was like romantic this entire time because I'm like, they never say her freaking age. I'm like, are you 10 years old fighting a war? And then how old are you now? You look like you're 16 to 18, but it's possible you're 14. It was so confusing. But I love Violet Evergarden.
Like I am not kidding you. The first I type in Victor Arcane, in the six or seven pictures it says gay boyfriends Victor and Jace from the League of Legends, and it's got I like why is it?
Shippers are gonna ship.
But it always comes up no matter what I type. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. It
Wait,
just
but if it
okay.
only works on like sentient creatures, are humans not sentient creatures?
And why
Is your
would it
mind
take
blown
her?
yet?
Ships, man. And I get it, like people do that. Like that's just human nature to like I'm the same with Caitlyn and even though they hinted at it, but Caitlyn and that. But like I didn't see any romance between Victor and Jace.
No, but people are always gonna add to it.
Right, that's true. And I thought that was actually a really good like he almost killed himself in that last episode. Like Jace saved his life and kind of Victor saved his in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I thought Victor was tragic without having to have the extra. And I think it was just tragic enough that he made you really want. I think I rooted for Victor before anybody on top side or
Same.
Pic, Pictor, whatever. I know
Victor.
somebody.
It's like Russian or whatever. You just replace the CT with the K.
No, I mean
See?
the name of the city, isn't it Pictor or
Oh,
something? I don't remember what it is.
I'm not good with pronouncing names.
Yeah, yeah. You can't be close. Yeah, you got to be boning. Exactly. Like there is definitely like more when it comes to the other two, but there was nothing there. Like nothing at all. Jinx and Vi certainly uh are certainly the emotional core of the story. With that being said, Victor and Jace's relationship is also incredible. Brothers by choice versus sisters by birth. Ooh, see, I said there's a lot of dichotomy in this, and I didn't even think about that one. That's a good one. Like, yeah, yeah,
His
they
limbs
were.
are made. His limbs made a metallic clink when he touched things. I didn't even notice that. I'm
Your
not that
mic
detail
just went out.
oriented. Oh, sorry.
You know, I can hear you. You just got really quiet for a second. Raymond, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, this has been a fun listen. I'll go. I have to finally give this. You do. You absolutely do. But for now, I got to get back to work. Have a good day. Love you all. Bye bye. Thank you so much,
Bye.
Raymond. Have a good day at work. Thank you very much. That's true. Much like Tristan thinks Batman and Ghostmaker are boning, dude, they're totally get. It felt very much so for like a long time. They were trying to give Batman a boyfriend.
Oh, don't you know that bromance song?
No, I have no idea.
Bromance, bromance. Nothing really gay about it. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay.
I've never heard that before. Oh my gosh. Um, yeah, I like Ghostmaker though. But even more than Ghostmaker and Batman, they were like like it was very familial with Victor and with Jace. Like those characters were awesome. Like I would like to see more development when it comes to Mel though.
Yes, since she's like not part of the lore anyway. So
Yeah,
they
they
have to
can
add more to her character.
well and they can have a little bit more creative freedom with her also. What did you think about her mom?
Her mom is pretty interesting. I didn't like that guy who followed her though. I was like, "Oh, hey, who's that guy? He almost looks like Victor, but like younger and everything." She's like, "I'm trying out the cuisine." I'm like, "Ew, that's disgusting. I didn't need to know that." And then you see him massaging her and then they're both naked and I'm like, "Well, first of all, you're not even massaging right. You're just smoothing her arms or something. Like, bruh, learn how to massage, man." And then every time I see him, I'm like, I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you for no reason. I hate you just because you exist. And then when he got that juice all over his shirt, I'm like, yeah, get the crap out of here.
Oh my god. Her mom's such a bitch.
Yeah, she's great.
She's like I felt like her hair looked like a helmet though. Like it didn't move at all. Like how do you like that's a lot of
Don't you
Aquanet or
want hair like
hairspray.
this? Get this hairspray. Your hair just stays
It
all
does
day.
too. Oh my goodness. Like and I thought it was funny like I didn't hate the boy toy, I guess it whatever it was. The whole time I'm thinking though like when Jace walks in and she's in the bath and he's like rubbing her shoulders. Like, dude is not sitting there naked with a woman between his leg without a heart on. Like, that can't be comfortable on her back. That's all I could think about. And then I'm like, oh, she just walked out naked in front of him. I'm like, oh, I
He's just like
totally
covering his eyes, like, oh my gosh.
like. I wonder if he was comparing though. Like, well, I've seen your daughter naked. Oh, that's where she gets that from. Like,
Oh my gosh.
poor freaking Jace. Like she had an incredible like obviously she was a soldier. She had a good body and everything, but like your mind would kind of go there like oh, you're full of freckles too. Like, I don't know. I think I tell you, I think of the dumbest fucking things instead of going, oh well, where's the storyline gonna go? I'm like, he was totally hard. Like, I fucking, it's so funny. Oh, there was another scene that confused me at first. I didn't even realize when they were on that bridge again. Like, I love how they started the story at the bridge and then they had that big death scene at the bridge. But I didn't even realize when all those flew in there that those were bombs. And it took me way too long to realize that that was Jinx. Like, did she get those little did she have those before and I missed it?
No, those are echoes, aren't they?
That's why. And that's what I thought it was.
Because when you visit Echo and his place, all the butterflies are there, but probably not
So
activated.
so she stole his tech?
No, I think that was him putting out the butterflies. Since they all attacked the enforcers, and Jinx and Echo are not really a fan of enforcers anyway.
Yeah, but Vi and Caitlyn were there.
No, they're fine. It didn't touch them.
Is Elvie said Jinx can be seen working on those butterfly bombs in the background for a few
Dang it!
episodes. I wondered that. I was confused about that. Okay, so it was her. That makes
But
a lot
wait,
more sense.
why is there a lot of them in where Echo and everybody else lives? Are those just regular ones without bombs?
And are they like actual like fireflies? Or are they mechanical?
They don't have real fireflies. All of them are mechanical.
Okay. I wasn't sure. No, the butterflies were Jinx. Okay, so I thought so. I love how though after that scene, um, first off, that was a gut punch when that I think his name's Marcus. Um, okay, they were actual insects around Echo. Jinx imitated them with her robots. Okay. It's actually pretty damn smart. I didn't even realize it.
My brain
But
hurts.
I love like there was two parts in that scene that were really really cool though. I like how Marcus last words were talking about kids. I thought that was or his wife, I can't remember. His family. And then like when Silco walks in there, basically Firefly's Last of Us 2. He picks up Jinx and he's got those two like his bodyguards that could carry her, but it's like only it can carry her and do it right. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it just shows that love. I really really like that. I'm
Danotas. I have this theory of if you didn't see a body, then they're not dead. I learned that from Attack on Titan.
oh yeah, isn't that coming to an end pretty quick here?
Yeah, I'm wondering what they're gonna do.
You don't think it's over?
Well, no, after the finale, the author added some crap in the ending after, and everybody was like, "Why would you do this?" And then I don't know, I read an article that said that he was unsatisfied with the ending, so he added a bunch more stuff to it, but everybody was like, "Yo, you can't just do that stuff. Then what happened before when you ended it the first time would make no sense."
Right. I
So like I don't know which one they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna add what he added after he finished, or if they're gonna add just that, or do what he originally or do what he originally put as the ending.
is it pretty much shot for shot with the manga?
Um, some censors, uh, but I guess.
AOT is basically the Game of Thrones ending.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing.
I don't why did people hate Game of Thrones ending? Wasn't it like totally out of character or something?
It's like so like there was this girl named Alia Stark, I believe that was the one,
Uh-huh.
and she something happened to her family and she was supposed to get revenge, and everybody wanted the revenge to be the last season. and she never got that revenge, and people were angry that she never got her
Ah,
revenge.
that's Amelia Clark, right? The actress that I
I,
think I think it is.
that's the girl with the who's the dragon lady, isn't it?
Oh yeah, okay. I just assumed they were the same people. I don't friggin' know. I've never seen Game of Thrones
Oh
whatsoever.
my gosh, One Piece is finally ending. Thank God.
You
Oh
don't
my,
like One Piece?
I don't even watch or read One Piece, but it's been going on since middle school. And I'm just like, yo, when is this thing gonna finally be over? Because there's been jokes that he's never gonna finish.
I think My Hero Robert said about My Hero. I think My Hero don't have 10 hours. Go, Bane. Um I think My Hero, I think the creator also said they have an ending in mind. So I don't know if that means that they're going to actually end it soon or not. I like My Hero a lot. Like I think that's one of the best ones.
Wait,
Besides,
did you
like
say it was ending?
I think they said they had an ending in mind. I don't know
Oh, okay.
if that means it's, going to have 10 more seasons. I have no idea. But My Hero, Tokyo Ghoul, and Death Note are definitely like top notch anime for me. I like yeah, that's pretty much it. I was gonna say um what is it called? Not Castlevania. What's the other one? Van Helsing, but no, yeah, that's I'm super behind on My Hero. Yeah, yeah, I'm behind on
I'm
it
on
now
the
too.
final season right that's out right now. I have to catch up.
Are you reading a manga?
No.
See, that's how I was doing. I don't watch it. I have Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump for $2 a month. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, Definitely fucking worth it. And then you get like I wish, and I know it's impossible because you have to pay your talent. I totally get that. And what we're getting like out of anime and manga is basically the best of the best, right? But I wish there was a way that they could take something like Shonen Jump and adapt it for DC. Now they do a little bit with the Infinite app, but you're still getting the new copies of the books. Like if you want the new, is I think it's 2 months behind or something like that. There is some ones that go on there like right away. But like I wish they would do something like that because they probably would get a lot more readers. Like look at how many kids and young adults have really like grown up with anime and are absolutely obsessed and they have $2 a month. They may not have enough for weekly comics. You know
Wait,
what I mean?
Robert, Naruto wasn't even finished. It was rushed. The people at Shonen Jump were telling people from like Bleach and the creator of Naruto to quickly end their crap so they can have My Hero Academia and Black Clover in. Like that ending for Naruto wasn't even the ending. He wasn't even done with that arc yet.
No
So he had to
spoilers.
speed it up.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
What? I didn't say anything.
I know, I'm just saying. I didn't know that. Why they made him rush because of those other properties?
Yeah. They were
That's
like, "Sorry, we
dumb.
need another big 3 and you guys are out." And I'm like, "Why didn't you do that to One Piece?" But I'm like, One Piece sells a lot more than both of them, so that makes more sense. Oh, I also heard that he's supervising for Boruto. Uh I know that he's not doing the manga for Boruto. Somebody else is doing the manga. Unless they switched and I didn't know cuz I'm sometimes out of the loop.
Yeah, I have no idea. um yeah, I don't I've heard a lot. I've actually weirdly in my one video where I mentioned about One Piece is the pirates, right?
Yes.
Um, I had a lot of people say they didn't like and it's one of the more popular ones, isn't it?
The anime, you mean?
Yeah.
Uh I mean, they could dislike the pacing because sometimes the pacing is different from the manga. They could also not like the animation compared to how it is in the manga. Like sometimes the manga art is just like so much better that when as soon as it becomes an anime, they butcher it. There's
Yeah.
also like a lot of fillers in One Piece too, so there could be that, which is also a reason why some people just read only the manga.
Understandable. I totally get. I would much rather read. Like I know they don't do it the same in Western culture with Perch Swears by One Piece. That's how I learned that One Piece they eat fruit, they get powers, and they're pirates. And I'm like, what? What the fuck? Who? What were they tripping on when they came up with this concept?
The good stuff.
Yeah, apparently. Like, and they can't swim when they eat fruit. That's it's like a spin the wheel thing. Like, okay, we got this one, we got pirates. Now we got to relate it to fruit somehow. Like, I can't wait for that Netflix. Oh my god, Netflix One Piece adaptation. Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna go over like freaking lead. Are
I
you
mean, I
excited for it?
hope they follow what the creator said when doing a casting, because he did say that the characters could be like inspired by some countries and islands and stuff. And so he's like, this one would be this country, this would be this country, this person would be from this country. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. He has a whole layout and everything. If they follow it, that can be awesome. Soul Eater was good when it first started out, but then they changed the ending, which was horrible. That's all I'll say. Hopefully, it gets a reboot like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I heard that the entire thing was different from the anime in general. Like it has a completely different plot line. So I'm like, I think I'm just gonna read it.
I don't even know what Soul Eater is.
Oh, they same creator of Fire Force.
Oh, so I won't like it. Gotcha.
No, I will say that Soul Eater is a crap ton better than Fire Force.
Oh, okay. I do think I know what you're talking about now.
All
I
all of
know a lot of
that
people
with
were
that female
disappointed.
character, that like even though I heard it was different from not the first half of Soul Eater, was almost shot for shot for the manga, then they changed it in the middle. Okay, that's what they usually do. So like that whole fan service thing in Fire Force, like 75% less of that in the Soul Eater anime. So like it's still there, but crap ton less.
Like
That's why.
Fire Force is so bad. Like it's like, oops, look, I accidentally tripped on a banana peel and my ass is all showing, and you can see like my crotch and like it's so bad. Like I get it. It's I don't mind saying it's not made for me. I know some people do, but that's your thing. That's cool. I just
Wait, do you mean me? Or
no
do you
no no
mean
no.
Tristan? No, like the
What are you talking?
Danotas Media. He's like, wait a minute, I thought you said you liked Soul Eater in your Fire Force video. I don't know if he's talking about you or me,
I've never seen the anime.
but I like it.
I just Fire Force for me was just like
First season
I
was
don't know.
really good. Second season, I'm just like disappointed in a lot of their decisions.
See, but
I can go on an entire rant. Maybe I will someday.
I don't I my biggest problem, like a lot of people are like mad about um the depiction of women and stuff like that. I don't care. Like I get it, it's not made for me and I move on. I know people were complaining about it quite a while back about the fan service stuff. I'll sit here and tell you I don't like it, but I don't want to see it removed if that's what somebody's into. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
want to change it. I don't have any interest in changing it. I'll just watch something that I enjoy. Like
Oh, I'm
it's
excited for Bubble and the new anime on Netflix, which I'm pretty sure is an original. I think so.
Bubble.
Bubble is the new anime that's coming out on Netflix. That animation looks amazing. The CGI looks beautiful. 2D, looks beautiful. Like the writer is the person who did Psychopaths, which you still haven't seen, you turd. Um, the artist is actually the one who drew the Death Note manga. He did the art for that. So I'm like, wow, no wonder it's freaking beautiful.
Right.
Then you have the person uh, who does music, is like the composer and everything. I've
Mhm.
never heard of the name before, so I looked them up and I was like, oh, you did music for my favorite anime, so I know you're gonna be good. And I'm like, yo, you got this big team. This is gonna be the most hypest crap ever. Animes are so
Um,
boring nowadays. It's either rom-com or
I
isekai.
was
Stop
just
with the
gonna.
isekais. No more
What's an
isekais.
isekai? I was just gonna ask you what that meant.
Okay, so like imagine going on the street and you see Truck Coon coming in and then it hits you and then you die and then you're in some sort of fantasy world. Truck Coon is the name of the truck that the fans give.
Uh, uh, so it's like a reincarnation type
Yeah,
story.
reincarnation. Literally that's what it is.
Is there a bunch of those out now?
There's a there's always been a crap ton of those out there.
Oh, okay.
But like they're going in fast now. I'm like, yo, I
So
don't
like
need any
Shield
more.
Hero, kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I've never seen this much before.
Got a question for you, Bianca. Do you agree? Do you think we're heading towards another anime down period while we don't hear much new in the States for a while?
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. Like the COVID over there was like pretty bad that some had to stop production. And then I'm hearing one of my favorite animation studios might be going bankrupt.
Oh no.
When if that happens, that's gonna be a lot of lost because they do a lot of original animes and I just love their freaking art style. Yes, Isekai is Wizard of Oz and
Gotcha.
Alice in Wonderland.
I don't I as far as anime, I don't know, but like I know that with the paper shortage they were worried about manga and a lot of it sells out really quick, so that might be harder to get and they might go up in value, but like I don't do you actually think we would get to a point with streaming services where there would be an anime downtime? You know what I mean? Like we've got Crunchyroll and I don't know, Viz Media.
So I have Crunchyroll, Funimation, and High Dive.
I've never even heard of that one.
High Dive is a new one. I was there when they started doing their beta testing, so I was the one that helped tested out their app and everything.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
it has a lot of older ones. Like they even have the Lady Death movie on there, which
Like
I have to
the
see.
comic book character
Yeah,
Lady Death? Holy
correct.
shit, that's awesome.
And apparently, I can like share multiple profiles, which they don't do on Crunchyroll or Funimation.
Mhm.
So I can like, oh, if you have friends or family, you can just share the account and then you can just click on their
Wow.
profile and all that stuff. And it's $3.99 a month.
Holy crap.
And they
So
also do
freaking
have
cheap.
new animes. They have a lot of like dubs that they're going at a much faster pace. They're trying to do Funimation's simulcast thing, which I don't mind. I'm like, hey, if you can get more dubs to me, that's fine. The third season will be the final season of Fire Force. Apparently, the manga writer Atsushi Okubo wants to go to an early retirement. Oh, so that's the reason. I heard he wanted to end it early, but I didn't know what the reason was. So an early retirement, like he didn't do a lot.
Probably enough to make him wealthy. I know the
Wait, yeah, right.
Cowboy Bebop writer just died a few days ago too at
Tristan needs
57.
oh,
That's
Tristan
so
needs to
young.
see girly girl animes like Oda Monogatari. Oda Monogatari. Are we talking about the same Oda Monogatari? Are you trying to traumatize Tristan? Am I thinking about the wrong Monogatari?
Oh my gosh. I think it's gonna be hard reminder to those saying manga is best that they've all been talking about are just the cream of the crop that came over. They'll go through. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of that is I think there is a subset that use that. There's a lot of people that really enjoy it, but I I don't think with the streaming services we'll ever get too low on entertainment ever again. Like,
Oh, Onomonogatari. Oh my gosh, why didn't you just say the English translation? So there's an anime called My Love Story. I love it. I bought the DVD. It's so sad.
is
It's
it
not
girly
sad.
girl? I'm guessing.
I don't know if it's girly girl. It's actually about a guy who's like he's like big and buff. I thought he was fat this entire time, but apparently that's just his school uniform that looks like it adds pounds. And
Yeah.
he's considered unattractive. He's been compared to a gorilla by his friend.
Oh my god.
And then his friend, the one friend he has, is very, very good looking. But it's about the big guy. The big guy he falls in love way too easily. So
Huh.
whenever he wants to try and confess to somebody, to confess to a girl, that girl will end up having a crush on his good-looking friend, and then his good-looking friend will always reject them. And then he confronts him like, "This is a girl. She likes you. Why don't you go out with her?" And he would say, "Because they all talk crap about you behind your back, and that's not what I want." And I was like, oh, "That's a
Aw.
friend, man." Oh,
that's that's sad. All right, guys, we are gonna wrap up. Make sure, yeah, definitely check out Arcane. It is so worth your time. I know we got into anime, but yeah, you will really enjoy it. Anything you want to add, Bianca, before we go?
Arcane's like an anime anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Animation. So yeah, watch Arcane. If I were to give it a rating, I think like maybe 8 out of 10. But hey, I also gave He-Man Revelation 7 out of 10, so I don't know if you should trust me.
No, I think that's pretty fair. I might even give it a 9. It was that. Oh, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it over. I know I am, and I don't watch stuff over. I really really liked it, and I don't watch stuff generally that often unless I like have to or it's superhero related. And it was amazing. It really is worth your time. So make sure you guys check out 9 out of 10 exactly, Samuel. Make sure you guys check out Bianca's channel. We will see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.